Hey, sports gamers, welcome back to Eurobee Sports. This is JB, and I have a really unique message I just want to do here. I was originally going to make this a short video, but I know I have so much to say in this context of what I'm about to do that I didn't really want to just like shorten my words and not get everything said that needed to be said or needed to be exposed in the conversation. So this is just my message to EA and 2K. I am absolutely done with their games, and I'm going to tell you specifically why. I did get to play the betas, and they're right now, these are the only two companies I know that when it comes to Madden, when it comes to basketball, 2K basketball, and sometimes even the college. I like the college, don't get me wrong. College 27 was fantastic to me. I love the defense, the changes they made. I really would like to get that game, but at the same time, I must hold my ground and protest against any funding towards their projects for specific reasons. So I want to start with EA. When it comes to Madden has become nothing more than a cash grab now. You cannot even boot up that game without it instantly popping up, cars and MUT stuff and making you buy coins and points and stuff like that. You can't even get to the first menu without that crap popping up. And I think that is so disappointing because the core gameplay is still so broken. Yet they want us to focus on MUT stuff and buying this crap and cosmetics and getting your point levels up and getting this. You literally paying people for my player. You're paying people for my career. Their season mode has been taken out for years. A standard season mode. I went to their so-called career mode thing they had, and there was so much activity that you have to do just to get a single game played on it. It was annoying. It was almost like playing an RPG game instead of actually playing a sports game. And I just feel like, oh, this is just too much. I don't care about the front office stuff. I don't care about the draft picks. I don't care about that stuff. That's cool if you were able to, import and have stuff like that. But I'm just like, this is dumb. I don't care about it. Especially when you're gonna import real drafts from the rosters, which they made that complicated too. But they focus so much on what they have so many issues with that. The creative player is terrible. It's so limited to what you can do when you want to create a player. You got generic faces you have to choose from. You can't even fix the skin textures or skin tones, add the tattoos. It's limited. And I'm like, you give everybody all these limitations, but you want us to keep paying $80 to $90 a year for these games, and then you want to microtransaction us while we're in the game, which those microtransactions are consistently pushed in your face. You cannot even exit back to the main menu without going to more pop-ups of purchase. I'm tired of it. Done with them. Madden, you are garbage. You have gotten that NFL license and ran it into the ground, and your greed has just told me I'm done with you. The college football, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I love the beta, but I'm still like, I purchase it until it gets massively discounted, maybe half price, maybe. But that's about the only one I'm gonna spend money on. I'm not buying any more Madden games. And then we're gonna go into 2K now. 2K about to get some serious grief from me because I've been playing them since Dreamcast and actually been playing them since Sega Saturn when they were NBA Action. But you're gonna get the most grief from me because the VC thing has gotten so out of bounds and your core gameplay is broken. You have not added anything worthwhile to this game in decades. I mean, you know how long a decade is? That's 10 years. Decades. The last good NBA 2K game that was legitimately made was the cross between 2017 2K17 and 2K14. To me, 2K14 was groundbreaking. And I'm gonna tell you guys something at the end of why 2K sucks now later on, but I'm gonna go to the main thing right now of what they're doing currently. Your games suck, period. You have not added anything but microtransactions. There are guys out there paying thousands of dollars worth of VC a year for cosmetics, unlocking cars and bullshit like that. Stuff that don't even make sense that you're doing. And they're paying for this garbage every year for park stuff and this and that. This is all cosmetic crap that does not improve the gameplay whatsoever. It's a horrible game. Core gameplay, this is what I don't like about it 100% the most, and I know you guys agree with me on this. Mainly the NBA Today stuff. Like, let's say, remember before when you did an NBA Tonight game, you would go in there, you would select a team, you would do an NBA Tonight game, you would play the same game with correct rosters and stuff like that. They don't even get that right anymore. You don't even get the correct rosters on the lineups. They got lazy with that. So then, the WNBA season is after that. and then or at the end of the season going into after that. They don't even have the WNBA schedules. They don't have a WNBA tonight game where they got a 50-game season now, and they don't even have that listed. They don't have the correct season modes, the correct schedules. They don't even have their faces. Now, you're spending thousands of dollars on this game, and you can't get the WNBA players right who have less players. Not to mention, half the NBA players are incorrect. Which goes back to the same thing about Madden too. They do the same thing. They don't even have Shadur Sanders' real face in there, but they making trillions of dollars a year. You can't get all the player faces scanned. 2K is making trillions of dollars a year and can't even get all the player faces scanned, which makes no sense. There's not that many players where you cannot get all their faces scanned on the women's and the men's teams. It makes zero sense. The core gameplay is still gone. The AI and the so-called 2K cheese that has been in the game for centuries. I ain't gonna say decade. This is centuries. Well, I'm saying multiple decades. I ain't gonna say centuries. Multiple decades. 2K cheese is just as strong as yesterday. They're still using that same engine with I ain't gonna say the sliding, but with the restricted animations. The animations that telling you to do stuff, and it's automatically pulling players off defense and making run stuff, do stupid stuff. The AI just got dumber over the years. They're still using that same old ass engine, which is why the player models never improved, but they don't have any competition, so they have no reason to actually improve it, which is going to go into my final level of why I honestly despise 2K so much. I'm not going to say hate, because hate is such a harmful word. I'm going to say I despise them at this point. 2K did something very dirty. EA, ever since they started, being successful with the college football, stuff like that, they decided to bring the college basketball back. March Madness, what you want to call it. They decided to bring it back, but they were going to bring it back in such a way that all college basketball fans would have been welcoming to it and been impressed. Now they got the license, they have all the real players. They were about to spend billions of dollars to get and I do mean every school, for the women's and the men's teams. They were going to bring them back with all their authentic players, their real faces, their real schools, their real everything. And they were going to bring that back. And 2K did an undercutting deal with specific schools. I think it was between 7 to 20 schools. And they undermined EA's contracts and bought those schools. EA was like, no, we either get exclusivity, all the schools, or nothing. 2K was like, oh no, we're going to buy, 17 to 20 schools. They would make underground, behind the back contracts. Once they did that, they didn't even implement the schools they purchased as a separate mode for the game. No, they're using their school names, some generic ass players, a random real player here and there, and then mixing it in with their my player stuff. I'm like, are you freaking for real? You're not even utilizing the college teams as a full gameplay mode. You're using them as a cosmetic thing, and it's just stuff you have to unlock that's hidden behind more VC. Think about that. They hid it behind a paywall, and you have to unlock it, and you have to purchase more just to be able to get college team logos and jerseys. Not even a real player, just the jerseys and crap like that in the game. And I'm just like, so you just screwed every sports fan, whether they like EA, 2K or not. You just screwed every sports fan, basketball sports fan at that you screwed them out of a college basketball game that could have been completed 100% from EA. And I think EA also had a hidden agenda with NBA Live, because they still can make NBA Live. So I think they had a hidden agenda with that, because they never turned the servers off at NBA Live 19. But right after 2K undercut them with this deal, EA turned the servers off at NBA Live 19. They literally shut the servers off in January 2026. So they really just ended it right there. They said, you know what, screw it, we're not going to make the college game. Screw basketball altogether, we're done. And they backed out. And I'm just like, so this is why I despise 2K for going behind people's back to do some dirty, shady deals, because you were scared that the competition was finally going to present themselves. Because I can tell you right now, with the budgets they were going to put behind that college basketball game, I guarantee you people would have played that college and be like, man, it's time for Live to come back. And I guarantee you they already had Live ready in production as well. And this just undercut every sports fan out there, and it's embarrassing. And the fact that 2K is still doing the same thing, boot the game up, instant VC this, VC that, buy this and buy this and buy that. I would love to buy a game one time, especially when they're $80 to $90, and boot it up, without you telling me to buy more shit at the main menu. I would really love that. But you know what? You're not going to get that because these guys don't care about the sport anymore itself. They just care about how they can milk it. They basically brought mobile microtransactions into console gaming and PC gaming, which is pathetic. And it's embarrassing to buy a sports game only for you to be told to buy more shit as you boot it up at the main menu. Think about that. At the main menu. You literally can't even get past Madden's intro microtransaction. 2K, the moment it pops up, you got multiple ads pop up on the screen before you can even get to the main menu. Buy. This is embarrassing, despicable, disrespectful. At 2K, you burned every bridge with me when you killed the college basketball series from EA, because I was waiting for that, because their March Madness game, I hate to say it, their NCAA basketball 9 and 10 game, it basically shat on your college hoops 2K. It basically just pooped on it. They did a good job on the other college end. They just had bad animations. But the fact they had the technology now, and you were afraid they were about to make a comeback, that you would undercut their deals, that was embarrassing. You don't even care about college basketball. You care about using it as a microtransaction for your mic player, and you undercut these dudes on purpose because you knew they weren't gonna hold up their deals if you had any access to college content, and you burnt that bridge. And to me, you screwed the entire sports gaming community out of something that could have been great. So yeah, I'm done with EA, done with 2K, and I'm gonna go start supporting some of the more independent studio games. There are some teams, I'm not gonna say who they are, I'm gonna show it in future videos, that are making college basketball and football games, and with full customizations, and I'm gonna show you those games later on in a future video. Alright, this is JB. Thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know your thoughts below. Bye.